so excitement. It's so much excitement that there was no reason for me to put something in our drink.
Oh my God.
Was he off pause while you was slamming this shorty?
He had his shirt off and he was sitting with his pants on. He had his hands in his pants playing with his.
Wow. When y'all was together talking about you and Jane Doe, did it seem like she didn't want to be there at any particular time, or did it seem like she was enjoying herself?
It seemed like she was enjoying herself to me.
I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no motherfucking games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you could be mad, I could have a spat, we could have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job.
So she states they go in there and she would transfer the substance from her body to, quote, usually on his chest, on his nipples.
CamRon shared a video of Fiddy saying that she saw Diddy and Fiddy's baby mama, Daphne Joy, scrubbing bodily fluids all over themselves. Us Weekly claims that because Daphne just admitted that she still works for Diddy, Fiddy is now asking for sole custody of his and Daphne's son, implying that Diddy is now providing for Fiddy's son. However, as it turns out, CamRon did more than just make this information public. He also had CamRon interview these male escorts prior to releasing the video as part of a broader plan to expose Daphne. One escort who talked to CamRon.
Same time, and it didn't seem like she was uncomfortable or felt forced at all to me.
Right. Did she orgasm?
Yeah.
So it seemed like she wanted to be there.
As you are aware, CamRon specifically selected to interview each of these escorts in order to harm Daphne's reputation. Do not read about Daphne's other activities if you are appalled by the male escort issue. His ex-boyfriend is not only a billionaire, but also a convicted criminal. The topic of discussion at the moment is CamRon's release of this film, featuring Daphne and Diddy. Her problematic past of relationships with predators.
He pulls his phone out as I'm dancing for it, and I'm like, don't record me.
He really trying to make a movie for real.
Okay? If you missed it, CamRon has been asking all of Diddy's male escorts strange questions in interviews that CNN will not air. The escort, Rico, who had gone crazy over Diddy and 50 Cent's baby mama, Daphne Joy, was the subject of his last email exchange. Things apparently got so bad.
Yeah, we went in and she was like, let me pick the 3 songs. She picked 3 songs she wanted to play.
Right.
And that's when I'm wondering why the towels. I was like, what's all the towels for? And she was like, you gonna see. So I start dancing and she picks up the baby oil and he's like instructing her what to say, what to do, and telling her to say certain stuff, and she kind of just following his lead. And as I'm dancing, I take my shirt off and she starts to pour baby oil on me, and he's telling her put the baby oil down, just sit back, right. Kind of instructing her as I'm dancing.
Right.
Rico claims that when Diddy attempted to join the freak-off session in the middle of it all, he was told he...
I walk in the living room and there was towels laying on the couch and the floor, and I'm like, all right, it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Right.
He's like, yeah, come sit in the back so I can tell you what's up.
Right.
And then we go to the little balcony or whatever, and he's just asking me about my career and how long I've been with the agency and what I do. Right. And we ran there for 20 minutes, and he was talking about he likes porn, and he's at a point in his career where he likes to curate and make his own porn. And then he started bragging. He was like, I got a girl in sexy, you gonna love her. And he pulls his phone out as I'm dancing for her, and I'm like, don't record me.
He really trying to make a movie for real. You made it clear to him because, just for our audience, you're not gay. And you made it clear to him that you didn't want to be touched by him at all, to where you're also an MMA fighter, for what I'm understanding, and you showed him 2 of your fights to let him know, don't play with me. Is that correct?
Yeah. It wasn't not me showing him that exactly for that reason, but he was curious about what I did, so I showed him the videos. And then she asked me, she was like, are you cool with doing the threesome? And I was like, no, I'm not cool with that.
Rico's claim that he forbade Diddy from touching him was the most peculiar. Nevertheless, when Diddy was done with Daphne, he asked her to wipe the substance off her body before applying it to him. That being said, this is more than just a rumor, because court documents showed that Diddy liked to be touched with the feces of male escorts. As stated by the New York Post, Cassie would actually be told to follow Diddy to a different room where she would rub the material over Diddy's chest, according to this court transcript of her appearance. She told me, sometimes Sean and the escort would have intercourse with me. It was just like a lot happening at once. It was the prosecutor who asked, "At what point? Are there going to be any escorts?" Usually it was okay for them, per Sean, but usually when they did it on me. And then Sean and I would go into the next room, and he would want me to put it on his body, Cassie said. Daphne Joy did it after her altercation with Rico, since some of these men wouldn't approach Diddy directly. Rico explains that Diddy would go above and beyond to get what he wanted from these sex workers.
When y'all was together talking about you and Jane Doe, did it seem like she didn't want to be there at any particular time, or did it seem like she was enjoying herself?
It seemed like she was enjoying herself to me. Like, we was joked out, laughing, chilling at the same time, and it didn't seem like she was uncomfortable or felt forced at all to me.
Right. Did she orgasm?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seemed like she wanted to be there. She did what? Not to get too deep. Is she a squirter? Okay.
If you believed CamRon's mecenses was all for show, consider the actual situation. Feedy wanted Cam to query the escorts about Daphne in such a strange manner because he wants sole custody of his and Daphne's 12-year-old son. They're currently on good terms. The disturbing accusations and the sworn pleadings that were recently filed in a court case involving Daphne Joy compelled Feedy to take all necessary legal action to protect his son. Sire, Feedy told the Daily Mail. Feedy has been bashing Daphne on Instagram, particularly on Father's Day. But you already know that he wasn't going to stop with these official declarations. I think it's Father's Day. Good day. Lil B, make the most of Father's Day. I'll have full custody soon, Lil B. He captioned a sequence of self-portraits that were digitally produced. Hello, Lil B. How are you today? You'll be returning to OnlyFans soon. It goes without saying that this is not the first time Phoebe has publicly disapproved of Daphne's employment with Diddy. The feud started in March 2024 when Rodney Lil Rod Jones filed a lawsuit against Diddy, alleging that Daphne was receiving monthly compensation from Diddy for her free cop work. According to the lawsuit, Mr. Combs' sex workers, Young Miami Jade and Daphne Joy, received a monthly fee, and information on the defendant's ongoing illegal activity was sent by wire transfer. From Robin Greenhill, People magazine claims that Daphne refuted all of the charges right away and even threatened to sue Lil Rod for defamation. When our safety is in danger, as it is right now, everything seems like a joke to you, as Daphne subsequently removed a second Instagram post. It read, "You are causing an absolute flurry and chaos. The falsehoods in Rodney Jones's lawsuit have caused me great pain," the initial witness stated. "Calling me a prostitute is completely untrue and an assault on my integrity. A lawyer is being hired to look at all of my legal options against Rodney and his lawyer. Would you feel the same way if Syra were the one with their lives in disarray and in handcuffs?" Although it is a story twist, this is meaningless. Following a request from federal authorities, Complex alleges that Daphne eventually deleted these posts and never filed a lawsuit against Lord. Her Jane Doe testimony was earlier this month. Despite being one of Diddy's free cough employees, Daphne revealed that he still pays her rent. In the court record of her statement, Daphne admits that Diddy is paying the lawyer she is defending, which only serves to confirm the strangeness of the situation. As Daphne testified in 2023, she claimed that she and Diddy had a love pact in which Diddy promised to give her $10,000 a month for 2 years, during which she shows her proof of his misconduct. Diddy appears to have recruited a lawyer on her behalf after Homeland Security raided her homes last year and a federal agent left a business card at her home. Jane Doe, Daphne Joy, when asked if she still has Sean as her lawyer, said that she does. do not forget that Daphne now has custody of 50 Cent's child, Sire, and Diddy continues to cover her rent and legal expenses. But 50 will soon have complete custody of Sire if he gets his way. When 50 shared a photo of himself and Sire offering custody, it reignited the custody dispute. After glaring at someone, he wrote, "WTF," as the caption. Daphne admitted that Diddy still pays her. And this happens soon after. In addition, 50 is asking for full custody of Sire for other reasons. According to others, 50 Cent must remove his son from Daphne right away because of a more problematic aspect of Daphne's past that has suddenly surfaced. Claims that Daphne has been the subject of industry gossip and called a gold digger for years are dispelled. Recently, it was revealed that Daphne had a brief relationship with fashion mogul and convicted predator Peter Nygard, who is currently dating Tyrese Gibson and Jason Derulo, among other celebs. In Toronto, Canada, Nygard allegedly sexually assaulted for women between the late 1980s and 2005.
If you guys don't know, Peter Nygard is a fashion designer who essentially was convicted for having a African ring. What he would do, he would get these young aspiring models. He had a lot of wealth, a lot of access, and also he was a gatekeeper to modeling for these young women. He would get them sometimes, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, underage. He would bring them to other countries and essentially, okay? He would have private jets. It's kind of very similar to Jeffrey Epstein in a way. And apparently they're saying that Daphne Joy, who's 50 Cent baby mama, is linked to him, which, by the way, this would be before 50 dated her. I'm actually surprised why 50 would even date Daphne if she was linked to them.
Just a few months after Nygard's sentence, 50 appears to have discovered Daphne and Nygard, and now he is determined to take his kid away from Daphne and obtain sole custody. This connection and all of Daphne's improper actions with Diddy and his escorts are to blame. While some fans blame 50 alone, others argue that it doesn't look good that he was so reckless as to get her pregnant because he knew that Daphne had dated multiple rappers.